Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode. We are live on the channel tonight for the Fanshield 500 at the Phoenix Raceway, our second short track race of the season, and it's on back-to-back nights. So far coming into this race, the first four have been very entertaining. Last night was wild to say the least. A very mixed up running order at the end of the day inside the top 10. Looked like we were going to get an underdog upset winner. Then those final 28 laps shaped out, and Keegan Schneider was able to get his third win of the season. Only two different winners in the first four races, with Schneider winning three of them. Kyle Busch was a winner at Kansas as well. We'll see who's going to win tonight at Phoenix. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Sorry for a much later stream tonight. I really wanted to stream between 6 7 o'clock earlier today, but I was trying to get everything planned and kind of lined up before I go to Michigan tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race. So a little bit later than what I want to. Trust me, I did not want to be up this late tomorrow. As far as tomorrow goes, the predictions video will not be live streamed. We are leaving a lot earlier in the morning than what I thought we were going to. So we are leaving about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're going to go, and the family wants to tailgate tomorrow. We're all going to the racetrack. So if you see me, say hi. But other than that, we're going to get right into this one. There will be a predictions video tomorrow. It will be uploaded on the channel just like last week at Indy was. So outside of that, I mean, we just won't have the live interaction with the actual live stream. So it would be way too early in the morning to do one. I'd be able to get one in at like 7 in the morning. I doubt there's going to be anybody watching. So you guys will probably be sleeping. So again, we'll get into this race here tonight. Let's not wait any longer. No practice, no qualifying coming into this race at Phoenix. Clint Boyer will be starting on the pole here in this one. Alex Bowman, Matt Kenseth going to be starting at the rear as well. BB Forever 85, welcome to the stream. Patrick Shadley, welcome as well. Green flag in the air. We're underway at Phoenix. Clint Boyer leads the field to the green. We're out in the desert. Oh, Nemechek already going to go around. Sorry, lap one, turn one. Schneider got into him on that initial start as they were crossing the start-finish line in the middle of the dogleg. I'm surprised he got loose that late. Had to start in that outside lane. It's stacked up. He can't get down to the bottom like he wants to. As they're trying to fill that void in the middle between Schneider and Joey Gase. Schneider still up high, gets the run on Michael McDowell, Chad Fincham. Now he gets down to the bottom underneath David Reagan into turn 3. Bobby Carter as well. Not get to run the championship race at Phoenix last season due to not making the championship 4. We're going to assume Denny Hamlin ended up going on to win the race and win the championship. So see if he can end up winning this one as well. Schneider did not run so hot in the spring Phoenix race last season. Very early in the year. Very similar to on the schedule where it's at right now. I think it was race 4 last year. It's race 5 on this Western schedule.
Careful, still there.
Well, Schneider found his way to the bottom, though. It took him a couple laps to get there, but he's starting to pick up some ground here early on. Makes the pass on Jimmy Johnson for 28th in turns 3 and 4 as well. Kevin Harvick going to get to the lead. This is one of his better racetracks, especially in the Gen 6 era. See what Kevin Harvick can do today. And on the outside of Corey LaJoie through turns 1 and 2. Get that drive off. He should clear him before even getting into the next corner. Dives it underneath Joey Logano.
Wow, that's fast. Careful, still there.
Now, might have gotten into Eric Jones getting into turn 1. Schneider still can't clear the 22 car off turn 2. And drive it in deep. Logano falls in line behind him. Schneider trying to dive underneath Ty Dillon, and he'll clear Eric Jones on corner entry. Only 75 laps in the opening stage tonight. The second and third stage will be much longer. Josh Malicki going to go 3 wide under Bubba Wallace and Ryan Preece.
Still there. Careful, still there. Hold your line, got one inside. Inside. Clear low.
Yeah, I saw that news about Jesse Iwuji and Emmett Smith joining together for an Xfinity Series ride. Is that going to be full-time then next year? I'd assume it's going to be full-time. I don't know what team would sign up to run NASCAR part-time anymore. Especially the lower series.
Careful, still there.
There's still 3 wide underneath Cole Custer and Chase Elliott.
Clear high, bud. Hold your line, got one outside.
Really backed that corner up quite a bit. Clears Elliott off turn 2. Has a run on Stenhouse now for 18th place.
Still there. Top 3, easy to beat.
It's already been an extremely strong start to the year for this 99 Channel Racing team. Such a variety of the schedule we've ran already this year as well. The Super Speedway, of course, kicking off the year at the Daytona 500. Then we had a road course that he won at. Finished third on a 1.5 miles with the only 550 package race we've had so far. And then our first short track he won at Richmond last night. Now we're on another short track at Phoenix here tonight. See how things are going to turn over before we go back road course racing at the Indy road course tomorrow night. Contact from Austin Dillon. Schneider did kind of pinch him down there. He wasn't expecting Dillon to drive it in as deep as he did into the corner. Austin definitely had the positioning. Big slide job through 3 and 4 for Schneider to get around Eric Almirola. So they're going to block him now into the trioval. To 14. Driving a loose car like last night, but it is nowhere near as loose as what it was last night. At the beginning of the race, Schneider obviously got the car, for the most part, situated by the end of the race handling-wise. Still ended up going on to lead the most laps with 85 laps led at the end of the race. Most of those laps were led in the final stage when he led all but about 20 to 25 laps in the final stage. Lap traffic for Kevin Harvick right now. He's just pulling away. And underneath Ryan Blaney for 13th. Got him.
Got a Carlo now.
Schneider gets the run in the center of the corner to the outside of Keselowski for 12th as well. Ooh, a little too high.
You got room, you're clear.
Still somehow was able to clear Keselowski into turn 1 despite the small mistake off the exit of turn 2 the corner before.
Stay low, stay low.
This 99 car is definitely showing some speed once again. R6, welcome to the stream. That's the second lap in a row. He's gone a little wide off of turn 2. Just push her to the outside into turn 3.
Top 3, easy to beat it.
Schneider holds on. You're talking about real life, yeah, they're still racing at Bristol Concrete. The Bristol Dirt Race was only for the spring race. They took the dirt off right after the race was done. Well, the racing for that month on the dirt track, that is. As soon as they were done with it, they started hauling that dirt back out of there. So they can get set up for the summer race. Same spot in the playoffs as what it was last year. Final race of the round of 16. Got 9 people watching right now. Thanks for everybody tuning in. There's a slow car that just hit pit road, likely having some issues, trailing some smoke. It looks like it might be Austin Dillon, but I'm not entirely sure, which would be tough because Austin Dillon finished last at Richmond last night. He was the first driver to DNF in the race after spinning, backing it into the outside wall in turns 3 and 4. Well, they already announced that Dirt Bristol's coming back on the schedule next year. We don't know exactly when. It's going to be in the spring again, I would have to assume, but we don't know if it'll be in March again or not. Maybe it'll be in April, I don't know. But yeah, they're already going to be racing there again next year. They're keeping the Bristol night race the same. Just having the dirt racing again as the spring race again. Hopefully they have it at night, though, next year instead of in the daytime, because won't be as dusty that way. A lot easier to keep the dust down at night when the track temps are cooler. Versus in the daytime when the sun's beating down. I thought the Cup race is pretty good on Bristol Dirt. I'd rather have regular concrete Bristol, don't get me wrong, but I thought it was a pretty good race. Cup Series could put on a show pretty much anywhere. They've got the talent to adjust a lot quicker to newer tracks than the Trucker and the Xfinity Series does, mostly the Truck Series. We'll say, though, watching the highlights from last night's race at Gateway, it didn't seem like a junkyard, so... I know they had one big accident, but that was, like, because of an accident. The Ford truck lost power down the front straightaway randomly. The truck just completely shut off on him in the middle of the straightaway, and he had... It wasn't long after a restart, if I'm not mistaken, so they were kind of bunched up. There was just nowhere for a lot of those guys to go that were 3 wide behind him. That was just, you know, unfortunate circumstance. But outside of that, it seemed like it was a pretty clean race for the most part. Kevin Harvick's still in the lead. Schneider's worked his way up to 9th place right now. He's about 6.5 seconds off the race lead. Starting at the rear, 38th starting spot. No practice or qualifying for him. Still 48 laps to go in stage 1. Well, 5 laps to the good on fuel. On a racetrack like this, where you're using a lot of the brakes, especially in turns 1 and 2. That is the flatter end of the racetrack. 3 and 4's got a little bit more banking. Nice move. Schneider almost got set behind the lap car David Reagan. He found his way in the middle, and that was the only clearance he had really to get around Denny Hamlin that last lap, getting into turn 3. He's right behind Truex for 7th. Kurt Busch right there as well. Ryan Newman not too much further ahead there in 5th. The 6th of Newman.
Stay low, stay low. All right, clear outside.
I just didn't give myself enough time to practice and qualify, that's all.
Still there. All right, you're clear there. Still there inside.
By the time I got home, I've been trying to figure out like a game plan for what's going down for the Michigan race tomorrow. It's a large part of my family's going.
You got it.
Tailgate at the racetrack. I still plan on streaming tomorrow night though. Problem is the race starts at 3. It's pretty late for a track that doesn't have lights.
Stay low, stay low.
Just putting that out there.
Clear high, bud. Got a car high now. You got room. You're clear.
That's not a NASCAR problem. That's an NBC problem. I'm sure NASCAR would love to start the races at, noon, 1 o'clock like they used to. That's where Fox and NBC have NASCAR by the balls at that point, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, with the race starting later, it should be over, barring a huge accident. It should be over no later than 6, once they don't have like a ton of cautions. So that means I should get home, even if the traffic's bad, getting out of there at 8 o'clock at the latest. It's not going to be a long race though tomorrow. We run the Indianapolis Road Course, the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode, 62 lap event there. It's not the 82 laps like the actual race was just last weekend.
All right, you're clear. Careful, still there. All right, you're clear.
Well, Max Benedetto looking strong like he was early last night at Richmond. He's sparking a little bit of momentum here these last couple races. Benedetto, although he finished 18th in the race, he was one of many that got trapped a lap down towards the end of stage 2 during the green flag pit stops, because he was one of the first drivers to hit pit road and never got back on the lead lap, hence finishing in the 18th spot. Had a couple of bad restarts as well to put him a little bit further back in traffic while he was a lap down. But he did win stage 1 and led a lot of laps early. Obviously, he's running second right here. He qualified outside pole in second. Qualified on the front row yesterday as well.
Still there. All right, you're clear there.
Schneider going for second place under De Benedetto, using the lap car of Michael McDowell as a pick. Schneider's there, and he's about 6 or 7 car lengths behind Kevin Harvick for the race lead, with 38 laps to go in stage 1. We're halfway through the opening stage, still caution-free. Willie Kramer, welcome to the stream. Blaney holding up Harvick. Harvick checked up quite a bit getting into turn 3. Schneider shoots the gap down to the inside, and Keegan Schneider leads at Phoenix. Just led his first lap of the race.
Outside. All right, you're clear there.
Top 5 on the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Schneider with the lead, just over 1 second over Kevin Harvick. Matt De Benedetto third, Kyle Busch fourth, and William Byron rounds out the top 5.
Hold your line.
Byron, another one of those drivers who had a strong car last night, led some laps, but he unfortunately DNF'd. He had an engine failure late in that race. Decent cars going a lap down here early on. Logano just got lapped. Kislowski in 15th, I believe. Just up ahead as well. sideswiping the 38 of Nemechek.
Inside. Miles clear.
It's definitely got a loose car. But it's a fast loose today. It's not a wrecking loose like it was at Richmond at the beginning of last night's race. Schneider just again adding to the total of laps led so far this season, which has already been a ton. On top of the 3 wins, he's already got 5 stage wins in the first 4 races as well. Just looking for utter dominance this year. For the first 4 races, he couldn't have asked for much more. Hasn't finished worse than 3rd.
Still there. All right, you're clear there. Car outside, hold the line. You got room, you're clear. Clear all around there. Clear high, clear high.
It will be interesting to see if this goes green for stage 1, if that right front tire will hang on for the 99.
Stay low. Top 3, use it if you need it. Stay on the bottom. Clear high, bud.
And in fact, by the way, also, Schneider has won at least 1 stage in each of the 4 races that we have ran.
Clear there.
The only race he swept the stages was at Sonoma, where he led all 110 laps. Qualifying on the pole for the first time in his career prior to that race as well.
Careful, still there. Clear low.
And obviously he can't make any mistakes at the Indy Road Course, but we know that the AI is not that great at the Indy Road Course on this game. It isn't impossible that he can get another win tomorrow night. Get the first 2 road course wins of the season, but he can't beat himself. That's really what can put him behind. Just got to have a clean day. It is a new track on the schedule, obviously, for the Cup cars, so you're going to have to take your time. And I know there's a lot of glitches in that game, obviously, that we've seen the only other time we ran that race on the channel. A lot of that probably relies on the game not stable, so but still. I think you have to be as cautious as possible. Schneider's about to lap Tyler Reddick, who is in 11th already. This is just a real start. Reddick gonna go a lap down. Harvick and Matt DiBenedetto going back and forth still for second. Second, third, fifth, they're all within 1 second of each other right now. So it's definitely a pretty good battle going on there in the midst of lap traffic. Schneider's just pulling away early. Jackson Thomas, welcome to the stream. And to Benedetto up to second place again, getting around Kevin Harvick. NED looking to avenge last night. He can at least get a top 10 run. He had a car capable of perhaps winning last night. Just on the unfortunate side of a caution late in stage 2 that took him out of contention, especially with it only being a 50% race. He only had about 80 laps left or so by that time to try and get back on the lead lap and get back in contention. That just wasn't even enough time to get back on the lead lap.
Still there? You You got room. You're clear
Boyer
there.
in 10th is going to go lap down. Considering he started on the pole, he dropped back 9 positions from the start of the race. And we're at lap 52. Into 53 off turn 4 this time.
Still there? All right, you're clear.
Harvick battling back onto Benedetto, and they're slowly pulling away from both Kyle Busch and William Byron again. Well, they were. I think Harvick and Benedetto caught a lap car and maybe a bad spot as well. This is a pretty long pit road here at Phoenix as well. 22 more laps in stage 1. Schneider's going to start to slow his pace down quite a bit here to save that right front. He's got a 14.5 second lead. If that means some of these guys are going to get back on the lead lap, that's okay. He wants this stage win. He wants to dominate the year. He wants to have that regular season championship lead continue to grow. He wants that extra playoff point. Missing the championship 4, I know it was his rookie season, but missing it by 1 point. He is out for vengeance this year. He is really, really backing these corners up, trying to save those right side tires. Specifically, again, the right front. Driving in pretty deep that time still. 3 and 4. He's going to have to back it off probably a little more. 20 laps to go in stage 1. And we could very well get a caution here too, and that would just kind of change everything anyway, but who knows? We'll see.
You're going too fast.
He's backed his pace down. He's still slowly closing in on Denny Hamlin.
Still there.
Tony, welcome to the stream. Definitely backing his pace down even more in 1 and 2. Harvick has gained about a second over the last 3 laps on Schneider. Honestly, really, the only reason he's still catching Hamlin is just because Ryan Preece is holding up the 11 car as well. Three wins through the first 4 races, Oni.
Still there?
Tied with a 48. Where does that put you in the points for the playoffs in your league? Are you close? If not already in? I know you said it was going to be tough to get in a few weeks ago.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
How's that updated? It seems like your scores have been like a lot more consistent the last month or so. Granted, I mean, I know it's later in the season here. Show, practice makes perfect. About as close to perfect as you can get at least. Tell you what, Denny Hamlin might be frustrated with Ryan Preece. He's definitely lucky that Schneider is letting him go right now. And trying to nurse that right front so that way he can try and win this stage. There's a lot heavier lap traffic coming up still
Your tires are
too.
getting pretty bad.
You still have a chance to get into the playoffs though? You only got what, like 1 or 2 weeks left? Well, the points leader, so if you win the regular season championship and you don't have a win,
He's got those tires.
you're still locked in. So like if there's 17 different winners, or even 16, let's say there's 16 different winners, you didn't win a race, but you're the regular season champion, you get in. And you still get your 15 playoff points as normal. Yeah, regular season champion gets in. Yeah, 3 wide lap traffic now in front of the 11 of Hamlin. Clint Boyer's catching up. He wants to get back on the lead lap all of a sudden. Right rear starting to catch up the right front. Schneider backing these corners up quite a bit. It's down to 18%. Good contact with Denny Hamlin. It's not going to help those right side tires. Hamlin going to go a lap down off turn 4. At 12 laps to go in stage 1. Schneider didn't drive it in too deep. I mean, it might have looked like it how low he went on quarter entry. Really trying to get around these slower cars at least. Send it into turns 3 and 4 as well. 11 laps to go now in stage 1. He's got a little bit more clean air in front of him. Only 8 cars on the lead lap. Obviously, this is saving fuel too. I know he was about 4 to 5 laps to the good on field to the end of the stage anyway, but saving more than just tires.
10 laps to go.
10 to go, stage 1. He keeps doing this. I think he'll be all right. Again, he's got time to give up to Harvick. It was 14.5 second lead. The lead's down to 8.5. Harvick's definitely closing that gap with Schneider backing his pace up quite a bit. I mean, he's gained over 6 seconds on Schneider over the last 10 laps, but
Go easy on the tires.
Schneider will have to quicken his pace up a little bit or Harvick's going to continue to close. Harvick's still got to get through that heavier lap traffic too, though. 2 weeks left. Good luck to you. Denny Hamlin, Clint Boyer starting to close in on Schneider again. Lead down to 7.5 seconds, 8 laps to go in stage 1.
Go easy on the tires. You're all clear on top there.
Gets around David Reagan. Get around Chris Buescher on the outside.
You got room, you're clear there. Your tires are getting pretty bad. You're all clear on top there.
6 to go. Stage 1.
All right, you're clear.
They're starting to slowly pull back away from Denny Hamlin again. He's picked the pace up a little bit. He's definitely not running 100%.
You're all clear on top.
He's getting closer to the end of the stage. He wants to get a few more laps in before trying to save again. Just in case we get a late stage caution. It might end the stage.
Go easy on the tires. You got room, you're clear.
Plus that right rear is starting to slowly catch up to the right front. It's down to 10% on the right rears. Right front is at 7%, now 9% on the right rear.
All right, you're clear.
And he's still not running. And there's a caution. Caution is out. And we're only going to have a 1-lap restart. Well, that is the bad part about trying to save and backing that time down, because he might have been able to get to the line to end the stage, but instead we're going to have a 1-lap shootout, a green-white checkered, to decide the stage winner here. Everybody's going to hit pit road. Free pass to Denny Hamlin in 9th. That'll be a 1-lap shootout for the free pass position again, as well for 10th place. Man, Schneider had that playoff point all locked up, but now he's going to have to fight 1 lap for it.
We're going green.
The restart from the lead. He did win the race off pit road. Matt DiBenedetto gains a spot. He'll restart on the outside front row with Harvick in third now. Final lap of stage 1. A one-lap green-white checker as they barrel it off into turns 1 and 2. Schneider drives it in deep down to the bottom. Here comes DiBenedetto up high. Contact off of turn 2. Going to be a drag race into turn 3. Who's going to get it? Little contact again. Here comes Harvick down low. The 21 and the 99 made contact off of turn 4, and Harvick is going to steal the stage win. He's nicknamed the closer for a reason. Oh, man. Up the track went Schneider, overdriving turn 3 just a little bit. Contact with Matt DiBenedetto, and Kevin Harvick is going to win stage 1 at Phoenix. You're mathematically eliminated. Well, that's a bummer. Still go for broke the final couple weeks. Clint Boyer will get the free pass in 10th. There's a look at the top 10 during the stage break there. So Kevin Harvick gets his first stage win of the season. Stole it on a last lap 3-wide pass off turn 4. Now he'll get the restart from the lead here as well. Green flag back in the air. They're going to be on the outside now. Ooh, Harvick a little shaky into turn 1. He still beats Schneider back for the gas. Schneider's probably going to get freight train on this outside lane. Benedetto gets around him. It looks like Schneider will get back to the inside in front of Kyle Busch. Benedetto wants to look low underneath Harvick. I think he's going to get there. Schneider down to the apron. 21 and the 4 still side by side. Schneider is pushing hard. Wants a chance to get up there. That caused a little bit of an awkward angle into turns 1 and 2. And William Byron is going to make the pass for third place. Got around Busch the corner before he gets around Schneider there. Benedetto back in the lead. NED was still scored in third at the end of stage 1. Byron's knocking on the doorstep for the lead. Top 3 under blanking now. The Busch brothers side by side for 5th. Turn on the outside, Kyle on the inside. They're way down low. Here comes Kyle up high. Little contact as they're 3 wide. Busch got sandwiched.
Careful, still there.
He's really stuck on the outside. The 19 gets around him. Trying to at least. They're side by side. Schneider side directing Kurt Busch still.
Got one up top. Car there on the outside. Clear high, bud.
Schneider way down low on the apron again.
Outside, inside.
Oh, Truex got into the back of the 99 and Kurt Busch is able to clear. Truex might have just overran the corner a little too deep. I don't think he was trying to potentially make the bump and run, and the momentum carries Kyle Busch to 5th. Schneider's not side by side with anybody anymore, so he should be able to hold his line a little bit better. Kyle trying to get back around Kurt for 4th. Benedetto still holding on to the race lead, by the way.
Got one peeking inside. All clear. Inside. You got room. You're clear there.
far as mileage goes, again, this is one of the shorter races of the season as far as the full races go. Which, again, they're only 4 50% races anyway. 312 laps on a 1-mile racetrack. Field has only made one pit stop so far, late in stage 1 during the only caution for incident we've had tonight, which came with just 5 laps to go in that opening stage, setting up a 1-lap green light checker shootout, giving Kevin Harvick the stage 1 victory. The last lap pass getting around both Schneider and DiBenedetto off turn 4 after the 99 and the 21 made contact. Started falling behind the 99, and then he slowly catching back up to him again. Newman following the 19, he's right there as well. Kyle's been trying to get around Kurt for so many laps. It seems like he pulls out a line on corner entry looking to make the pass. He just can't quite get underneath him. Same goes for Kevin Harvick trying to get back around the 21 and DiBenedetto. He just hasn't been able to pull anything off either. Truex has been trying to make passes on Schneider. Schneider really beats him back to the gas, especially off turn 2. I think that's just because of how deep Truex is driving it in on corner entry, trying to get underneath the 99. Just ran his fastest lap of the race that last time, 26.345. Six, 4, 2, 3 that last lap. He's getting closer behind Kurt Busch. Kyle was able to get around him a couple laps ago finally. And they're starting to reel in Kurt. Make the dive into turn 3. Not going to complete the pass yet. Kurt Busch beats Schneider back to the gas. He'll hold on to 5th. Maybe gonna try the outside. Well, he definitely beat the 5th place car back to the gas. Had to check up because he almost got into the back of him in the center of the corner. Now he drives it off deep into turn 3, completes the pass. Schneider back inside the top 5. And 75 laps are in the first stage. We got 115 in this stage after the caution laps during the stage break. Still there? 3 wide up there for position. Harvick went to the high side. Byron gets around him for second place, splitting the Latin car to, I believe, Chad Fincham. Schneider made a pass in turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, a little bit further back for fourth on Kyle Busch. Now DiBenedetto's caught behind Justin Haley. Byron going to go to the outside for the race lead off of turn 2. Yeah, next caution or stage break, I'll change my controller, but I'll make it to that point.
Stay low, stay low. Clear all around, man. Still there. Clear high, clear high. Car high, careful.
Schneider's right behind Harvick off of turn 4 for third. I don't know if he's going to be close enough to make the move in 1 and 2. West lap car is getting away. Byron's being held up by his teammate Jimmy Johnson. Schneider going to go to the outside. Turns 1 and 2 to get around JJ. Going pretty wide. Barely kept it off the wall. Ran out of room. Johnson got back in front of him. Schneider trying to get underneath.
Still there.
Now he gets underneath Harvick for third. Should complete the pass off turn 4 and does. Harvick going to try to get the crossover. He gets back to the inside. Harvick going to try to make the pass again in 1 and 2. Schneider's going to have to run the outside. He hasn't been that great up there. No, he actually beats Harvick into the braking zone and pulls down in front of him.
All clear.
Tries it deep into turns 1 and 2 as well to get underneath Bobby Carter and clear him down the back straightaway. Schneider all over William Byron now for second. Benedetto another half a second ahead in the race lead.
Still there.
Schneider on the outside of Benedetto.
Stay high, stay high.
Or sorry, William Byron rather. Benedetto stuck behind David Reagan. Byron trying to pull the block on Schneider. Schneider's still there. He's going to side draft that right rear corner panel now up the middle with David Reagan up high.
Careful.
Schneider got squeezed. He's going to try to cross Byron back over. What a move!
Still there.
Trapping him behind the lap car of Joey Gase to get to second. Got a little extra help from the lap car up high on the 24 car to make that crossover move work, but still well planned out. Now he gets underneath the Benedetto into turn 1 for the lead. Stenhouse going to get in the way here.
Careful.
They're going to try to split Ricky 3 wide off turn 2. They do. Schneider clear into turn 3. Gets a little loose though. Slides up the racetrack and DiBenedetto's going to keep charging. Schneider cuts off the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse at the line. Schneider will lead the lap and get to the lead in the tri-oval. This time he doesn't get super loose into turn 1 and he'll be able to hold on to the race lead. That was a fight for position right there.
Still there. You're all clear up top. Careful. Still there. You got room. You're clear there. Careful. Still there. Clear down low.
Quickly out to a second and a half ahead of DiBenedetto. Knowing these guys are going to have to pit at some point in stage 2 anyway, Schneider won't be saving his tires at the end of this run like he did in stage 1. He's just going to go for broke, and now he's really going to try to lap as many cars as he can. .81 laps to go in stage 2. For the next dozen laps, we'll alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in tonight's race at Phoenix for the Fan Shield 500 on the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. So farewell tour continues for the NASCAR Heat Series. Going to most of these tracks, only one final time in this season, Phoenix being another one of those. Trying to get that first career win at Phoenix in the career mode as well here tonight. He's not going to be able to win at every track considering he never won at Kansas, and that was their only trip there, and he finished 3rd this season. Oh well. Can't win them all. I just want to see how, even if he doesn't win this race, he's got a really fast car. He didn't fall any worse than 6th place in the running order on that last restart. Even on the short run, he's got a good top 10 car. Keeps the nose clean, he should have a guaranteed top 10 finish here tonight. Barring a wacky caution in the middle of green flag stops or something of that nature like we had at Richmond. He was on the better end of that luckily last night. A lot of luck to try and keep a hot streak like this alive, even at the start of the season. I want to get that average finish down to a record low. I don't know what the NASCAR record is in the Cup Series for the best average finish for a champion, but or just the best average finish, you know, in general in a single season. But I would love to try and go for that record. I think we'd have a 1.3 average finish right now. I know we're only 4 races in, so it's not like it's, you know, it's either going to be super high or super low when you're only a few races into the season. Once you get to about, you know, 8 to 12 races into the season, you get a little bit better gauge of, you know, how accurate the average finish actually looks mathematically. Big corner on the outside through 1 and 2, and he actually got it to stick that time as he whips right around Eric Jones. Really getting more and more comfortable with the race car. That lack of practice might have hurt him, especially stage 1 only being 75 laps as well. Didn't even have to make it to a pit stop at all in that opening stage. They only pitted because of the caution. Well, the restart was 1 to go anyway, so even if he did make the adjustment change, he wasn't going to feel it that opening lap, just trying to get up to speed. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. Average finish is 1.5 so far this season. Is it? First, and third, that'd be 6. Divided by 4 races. 6 divided by 4 is 1 point... It's not 1.5. Should be 1.3. I'm doing the math in my head. I didn't like calculate it, but I'm usually good enough at math that I can figure that kind of stuff out. I think it is 1.3. 6 divided by 4 is 1.3. 1.3 repeating, but should be like 1.3333, but you round down anyway, so it's 1.3. Trey, welcome to the stream. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? If we would have finished third twice in 2 wins, then it would be 1.5, because to get the average, you'd have to just add all your finishes up. First, and third, which is 6, and then divided by how many races you ran. 4. 6 divided by 4 should be 1.3. We were like first, third, then it would be a total of 8 divided by 4. That'd be 1. No, that'd be 2. That would be 2. Ugh. Contact with Ty Dillon in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
6 divided by 4, that is 1.5, not 1.3. I don't think it's 1.5. Is it? No, 6.
Stay low. You're all clear on top. Careful, still there.
Ugh. Slight nudge.
You got room.
Slight nudge with bubble walls. Their front's definitely wearing out. Shiner's gonna have to hit pit road here pretty soon. I might be wrong. It might not be 1.3 now. You're making me second guess myself. Now I'm starting not to trust my math. That's saying something, because usually I trust my math. I'll calculate it during our pit stop or whatever. How's that 1.5? Six divided by 4 is 1.5. Is it really? Like, why am I not?
Still there.
I don't know why that's not processing in my
Stay
brain.
low, stay low. All right, you're clear. Got one outside now. Clear high, clear high.
Then what's 6 divided by 4.5? Is that 1.3 then?
Careful, still there.
Maybe that's where I was having it wrong.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
I mean, 6 divided by 4.5 is 1.5. Or, I mean 1.3. Having a little math lesson on the channel today. Teaching Keegan math.
Still there. Clear all around.
50 laps into stage 2. Almost exactly halfway through stage 2 right now. laps to go until that next green, white, checkered flag will be waving. Just tuning in, Kevin Harvick won stage 1. 6 divided by 4.5 is 1.33. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking then. My bad. That makes more sense. Now it's starting to click in my brain. Yeah, it's 1.3 repeating. It's 1.3 because you'd have to round down to get the average. They only go to the 10th on the decimals for average. When they stat and calculate average finish. Truex Jr. about to go a lap down in the 7th position. Took a 3 wide down the back straightaway on Truex and Bobby Carter. Goes right around the 19. William Byron's still hanging on to 2nd, but Schneider is growing that lead. 17.5 seconds between the top 2. So 25 more laps on fuel. Minute 11th going to go 2 laps down.
Clear high, clear high. Easy on those tires, driver. All clear.
There's Kurt Busch in 6th. He's going to go a lap down off turn 2. Only the top 5 on the lead lap halfway through the 2nd stage.
You're clear. Watch those tires.
Schneider will have to pit in the next couple laps. He'll try to stay out as long as he can. He's definitely staying out of the pits this time by. See Kyle Busch in 5th place all the way up there. Looking his way around, it looks like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Lap car right in front of him. They cleared him into turn 3, old turn 1. Oh, I couldn't care less about politics. I'm neither. I don't. I couldn't care less. Bobby Carter won't have a charter in the NASCAR video games after this season. There you go. Schneider going to stay out one more lap. Kind of nurse that car a little bit through turns 1 and 2 to try and extend this one more lap. It's not going to push hard at all, so Kyle Busch will remain on the lead lap. That lead is about 22.5 seconds back to William Byron. Schneider will make his way to pit road. I believe the speed limit is 35 miles an hour, 45. 45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. Schneider easily gets down in time. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel, green flag pit stop here in stage 2. We've only had one caution for incident tonight. It came with 5 laps to go in the opening stage of the race. No adjustments for the 99 car. Definitely going to repair that 2 seconds of damage. And I am going to change that controller battery out right now while we're under this. Shouldn't have to pause it. go. Made a pit stop myself with a battery change. 17.5 seconds was the time. This is a very long pit road, so even with that big lead, Schneider, I believe, is going to be a lap down. No, he is on the lead lap. Okay, never mind. A lot of cars going to get back on the lead lap as well, though. I believe we're going to have 9 cars, it looks like, on the lead lap. Schneider being the last of which. But he has 62 lap pressure tires on the rest of the field right now. And he is going to have a lap lead if we cycle through green flag pit stops. Easily going to be good on fuel and even tires really to the end of the stage now.
Alright, you're clear.
You might have seen me at Indy. I don't know what you look like, so I mean, I can't say I saw you exactly. Maybe I did. But yeah, I was at Indy this weekend. Yeah, I've uploaded everything that I filmed. Indianapolis Museum, Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum, the Cup race, the Xfinity race, and the IndyCar race too. Got all those highlights uploaded up the channel.
You got room, you're clear there. You got room, you're clear. All clear.
Hey, even if it looks like me, but you're not sure, it doesn't hurt to just go up and say, hey, are you such and such? Are you Keegan? I mean, worst case scenario, they're going to say, you know, if it's not me, it might be a little awkward for a couple seconds, and, you know, whoever it is that isn't me is going to say, no, I don't know who you're talking about. Or coincidentally, because you're at NASCAR race, maybe they do know who I am somehow. And if they do, then, oh yeah, well, he's here this weekend. And then, I don't know. Maybe that gives you an extra set of eyes to go out there. Or you could, I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point.
On the outside. You're all clear up top.
Headed to New York, decided to take a break and just go to the race. Yeah, there you go. Pretty cool, man, pretty cool. It was fun, both days. Got to see my first IndyCar race. Second time I was in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum. That was pretty cool. They had a couple different things in there from the first time I went, so it was pretty neat.
Still there?
So these guys are only pitting about 5 to 6 laps after Schneider hit pit road. Not all the lead lap cars have made their way in still. The top 3 have to pit. Ryan Newman, Mark Truex Jr., and Kevin Harvick. Matt Benedetto, William Byron. Some of the heavy hitters were on pit road. There's Schneider cycling out in front of the 24 William Byron. So he's a lap ahead of him.
Yellow's out, back her down.
And now we have a caution in the middle of green flag pit stops for the second race in a row. So just like at Richmond, and look at how many drivers that's going to trap a lap down. Luckily, Schneider cycled back to being on the lead lap, otherwise he would have been a lap down. And he's going to stay out of the pits here. So DiBenedetto, Byron, Kyle Busch, Bell, Bubba Wallace, Kurt Busch, they cannot take the wave around. Free pass will go to DiBenedetto for being the first car lap down at 5th. He almost got the short end of the stick 2 races in a row. Yeah, most of the... Did you see any of the other NASCAR YouTubers there? I ran into Windval. I talked to him for a little bit on Sunday. I saw him on Sunday. I didn't see any of the other guys, though. I didn't see Danny. I didn't see any of the NASCAR YouTube guys. I was hoping I did, because I ran into Danny in Nashville. And he knows who I am because I look like Jarrett, so... by his words, not mine. Schneider will restart from the lead here with those other drivers hitting pit road that didn't already pit. They're going to have a few lap pressure tires in the 99, so he's going to try to hang on. Or at least lead the first lap after the restart. Still side by side for second between Harvick and Truex. Ryan Newman to Benedetto, the top 5. Those are the only 5 on the lead lap.
Still there inside.
Harvick going to get around. Schneider clears him off turn 2. Kurt Busch to the inside. Kurt's the first car lap down right now.
Peeking outside.
Oh, Kurt gets a little sideways. Catches the race car. That checked up the entire inside line in turns 3 and 4, allowing the top 2 to get away. They're very close to contact, Kurt. I don't think Schneider got into Kurt. I didn't see any sparks flying like there was contact made. I think Kurt just overdrove the corner a little bit. I've always wanted to meet one of you guys in person. We've had a lot of races, like, through the course of the year. Like, hey, I'm going to, the track, or hey, we're swung at the track, or whatever, but... See, I mean, and that's one thing, too, though. Like, I ran into Danny and Winval, but, like, I don't know them personally, exiting the race or anything. So, all they know me as is a fan of their channel. I mean, I didn't go out and stay. Now, if I do see Danny or Jared at Michigan this weekend, especially being I've already ran into Danny once, I will say something about trying to get a trivia game set up during the off season, like I've been wanting to plan for like all season long. And I should have said something to Danny the first time. I didn't want that to be the first impression. That was the problem when I ran into him at Nashville. But I definitely got to say something at Michigan, because I mean, like the odds of running into him again the rest of the season are going to slim down. Especially because I'm only going to 2 more races the rest of the year too. So most of my races were in the first third of the season I went to this year.
Got a car high now.
Well, not the first third, but more like the first half. Like the second quarter of the season, like from from Talladega, which was race 10, until race 25 at Michigan this week. A 15 race stretch. I will have been at 9 of those 15 Cup races. So I've been to a lot like in the middle portion of the year. I didn't go to any in the first 9 races. I'm only going to 2 of them in the playoffs. So most of them were in the middle of the year. Kevin Harvick is checking out right now. He's got about a 3.5 second lead and growing. And those 6-lap pressure tires. Everybody is plenty good on fuel and tires at the end of the stage. Schneider pitted during green, so he didn't pit during the caution there. Remember, didn't pit at the stage break either, because he pitted during that only caution back in stage 1. So he's still got 6 sets of tires left. And we're already past halfway through this race. I mean, I don't see him using more than 2 more sets. At 3 at the most the rest of this race, even with like late race yellows. So he should be well on his way to honestly pitting during every caution from here to the end. He's got no reason not to, really. Unless it's super late in the stage or super late in the race that he's not leading at the time of the yellow, and he tries to get the track position of everybody hits and he stays out just to try something different. Other than that, he is pretty much guaranteed he's coming into the pits every time. We got 29 laps left to try and catch Harvick. I'm sure once Harvick gets into lap traffic, assuming we do stay green to the end of stage 2, be all right to try and hunt him back down. William Byron just got around Kyle Busch for the free pass spot through turns 3 and 4. Now Kurt Busch trying to follow the lane that Byron left open underneath of his brother Kyle. And he'll clear him in turns 1 and 2. Denny Hamlin trying to do the same. So Kyle stuck on the outside. He's losing some ground. Trying a little wide off turn 2. Byron going to gain some ground down the back straightaway on him. kind of weird not having to. It's been a while since I've gone to a Michigan race. I mean, because I didn't get to go last year because they ran without fans both races with COVID. They only have one this year. They didn't have a June date, so like the last. Man, let's see here. All 3 last year, 8 races so far this year. That'd be 11, and then I think the Roval 2019 is the only race after the Michigan August race I went to that would have had to like pack my bags. So the last 12 Cup races I've gone to, I've had to like pack my bags and you know, for clothes for the weekend, for the race weekend and stuff. And like any gear I bring with me, you know, a couple times we streamed when I brought my PS4 and the food in some cases. For some places, it's just weird not having to do that tomorrow because I'll be sleeping in my bed tonight. I'll be sleeping in my bed again tomorrow. It almost feels like I'm forgetting something, even though because I haven't packed anything. I don't need to. It's kind of weird having everything empty. Mini road trip. Probably still not to the lap traffic yet. The lead is going out to about 6.5 seconds. Ryan Newman did get up past Martin Truex Jr. for third, and remember DiBenedetto was at the rear of the field after getting a free pass. So he's got a lot of cars to pass. See if he can hang on to the lead lap by the end of the stage. He's got a fast enough car. On a similar pace as the 4 who was leading. Just how much is the lap traffic going to hold up DiBenedetto? And obviously Harvick when Harvick gets there as well. DiBenedetto is about 11 to 12 seconds behind Harvick, which still means Harvick's about a little over a half a track behind the 21 and trying to lap him. Battle for 6th is for the free pass position. Kevin Harvick stole the stage 1 win, completely nailed this last restart, and now he could be in position to sweep the stages here tonight at Phoenix. Ever since Harvick hit lap traffic, the lead's shrinking. It's down to 5 seconds. It was 6.5. Now Schneider hasn't caught a lap car yet. It looks like next lap he should catch the back of the lap traffic. Chad Finch and Justin Haley will be the first 2 cars he's going to catch into turn 1 and 2. We'll have to go to the outside.
Still there. All clear.
William Byron still in the free pass spot currently. Byron completely missed the playoffs last season. Him and Chase Elliott, both of the Hendrick Chevys, no wins and missed the 16-man playoff field. And they're both looking for some redemption. Chase Elliott hasn't come out of the gates hot at all these first few races. I think it's only top 10 was at Sonoma on the road course, but Byron led laps last night. Unfortunately, had a DNF, so didn't get the points he deserved. But tonight, led some laps early. He's running 6th. He get the free passes back in the lead lap, and he has a shot into the final stage.
All right, you're clear there.
Will definitely be one to look out for as this race gets closer to its end. Black Ace, welcome to the stream.
You're clear all around there.
We missed Kevin Harvick winning stage 1 on the last lap pass. Schneider trying to gun him down late in stage 2. He's got 14 more laps. The gap is now less than 4 seconds. And a caution. Our third caution for incident of the race with 136 laps to go. And we're going to restart with about 10 or 11 laps left in stage 2. William Byron will get the free pass now, so he'll actually get the bunch up with the field on the next restart. Schneider going to pit. See if anybody else on the lead lap's going to pit. Doesn't look like it. A couple lap cars going to pit. That's about it. Austin Dillon, by the way, back-to-back last place finishes. Back-to-back DNFs at Richmond and Phoenix. So not a good start to the year for short tracks for Austin Dillon. Good for him. We don't have another short track coming up here for a few more races. A little bit of a break. Unfortunately, he's not good at road courses, and we go to road course next, so might not get any better for Austin Dillon. Well, it can't get any worse in back-to-back last place finishes. 11 laps to go, stage 2. Green flag back in the air. Schneider, the only lead lap car on fresh tires. He's going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Dive bombing underneath the 4 of Harvick. Slides up into the lead. And going to try to block Harvick down the back straightaway. He's clear. Trying to get that track position. He's got it. Harvick and Newman deep into the next corner, but Schneider beats him back to the gas. Keegan Schneider back out in front with 10 to go in stage 2. Trying to avenge that stage 1 loss. So, role reversed. We get a late stage caution stage 1. Harvick steals the stage win from Schneider. Late race caution in stage 2. Schneider will steal the stage from Harvick. Assuming this goes green for the next 10 laps. It's unfortunate I didn't get to catch the Michigan Xfinity race today. I was at work. Obviously, the Truck Series wasn't at Michigan at all. I didn't get to catch that live last night because we were streaming when they were at Gateway. Slowly pulling away. Got about 30 lap fresher tires in Kevin Harvick. Schneider still got 5 sets of tires left to the end of this race, so he will be pitting at the stage break along with the rest of the field anyway. Schneider still scored a lot of stage points in stage 1, even though he didn't win the stage. He finished second, getting 9. So as far as the regular season points go, he's scored a lot more again today. Looking to get his 6th stage win of the young season. He's 5 laps away from doing so. if we get a caution now, the stage is going to end under a yellow, so Schneider has pretty much locked the stage in. Stage win up, and he's not even going to catch any lap traffic either. He's got nothing but clean air in front of him, and now a 5-second lead over Harvick. Benedetto has rallied back to third with the field getting bunched back together for that restart. He's a second behind Kevin Harvick. Benedetto finished third back in stage 1. Truex and Newman battling close together for fourth as well. Remember, Schneider only had 7 stage wins total last season. He's about to have 6 in the first 5 races. And just one more lap once he gets off turn 4 this time. Crazy. Flip of a switch from one season to the next. Winning that Daytona 500, we were probably going to have a 100 overall car anyway. So, I mean, we were after the 500, of course, but we won it last year without a 100 overall car, too. So. It's just been an unbelievable ride in this NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. So, green and white checker flag in the air again. Keegan Schneider, 6th stage win of the season. His first of the night. Kevin Harvick finishes second. So, where Harvick won stage 1, Schneider finished second. Roles reversed there. DiBenedetto third, once again in the stage, just like stage 1 for him. Truex fourth, Newman fifth, Byron sixth. Free pass to Kyle Busch in 7th. He'll get back on the lead lap for the start of the final stage. Christopher Bell 8th. Bubba Wallace with a great run in 9th tonight. And Alex Bowman rounds out the top 10. Right. Kevin Harvick wins the race off pit road. Very interesting. Schneider's crew loses a spot. He'll have to restart on the outside lane in 2nd. Green flag back in the air at Phoenix. They're trying to side draft the 4. Not so much he can do in the flat turn 1. Wow. Not as much grip up there. Send it into the corner like the cars on the bottom, and he's still stuck up high. DiBenedetto cleared for 2nd. He's looking for the lead on Harvick. Schneider going to drop in line behind Truex, trying to cross him over, but not quite going to work. Still 4 sets of tires left for the 99 to the end of the race. And he trying to secure. Yeah. Well, at least he'll be in the 21 car for the next NASCAR game, so. I guess in technicality, he's not trying to secure a ride like in real life. We know he'll be with the Wood Brothers again for NASCAR 21 ignition. He'll be in a contract year when we get to that, though. Byron with a power move to the outside of the 99. Schneider a little loose off 4, stays in the gas, just drives it to the apron anyway. They'll keep him alongside the 24 of Byron. Oh, almost making contact. Byron with that aggressive side draft on corner entry. Schneider doing the same on corner exit. Schneider clears him, but here comes Bowman down low. It was a lap down, 2 laps down, I believe, 10. Shooting in out of nowhere. He had a really good restart.
Got a car coming inside now.
Hamlin, I believe, is 1 lap down. I believe he's the first car lap down.
Car high, careful there.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That's going to get Byron the run on the high side he needed to clear Schneider. A little too loose on corner entry, and the car turned early, and he didn't have severe damage after that. That really actually could have been a lot worse than what it was. Top three still under a blanket, pulling away from everybody else, but now that William Byron's back up to fourth, he can get around his teammate Bowman pretty quickly. See what Byron's got for those top three. Everybody will have to pit once in this final stage, just like we saw in stage 2.
Car high, careful there. Clear high, bud.
Heather again gets really loose on corner entry into 3.
You got room. You're clear.
Took it off the wall that time. So, I mean, he went even lower though. Luckily, it was after the pit road wall came to an end though. They had that extra pavement, that, I guess, runoff area, if you will.
Looking inside now. Clear all around.
Newman charging hard, trying to get around Schneider for 5th. Battle for position. Byron struggling to get around his teammate. Bowman not letting him go, even though Alex is 2 laps down. Good Boyer going 3 wide back there. Muscling his way through. He's at least 1 lap down. He might be 2 laps down as well.
Got a car coming inside now. All right, you're clear.
That's just mind-boggling that Bowman has still not let the 24 of Byron go. Trying to get after those leaders. It's more of a 2-car breakaway now, though. Truex has lost pace of the 21 and the 4. And even Bowman starting to close in. So Byron's still gaining ground on Truex, just losing ground from the 2 cars ahead of Truex. So Benedetto's even starting to slip away from the back of the 4 after putting pressure on him for first 10 to 15 laps after the restart, and that was about it. Then alternate through the different camera angles one final time for about the next dozen laps. Here at the Phoenix Raceway. tonight's edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. Again, the next race of the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode will be at the Indianapolis Road Course. Coverage will be tomorrow night on the channel. No official start time means I am going to the NASCAR Cup Series race at Michigan tomorrow, so not sure exactly what time I'm going to be home. It won't be later than the start of tonight's race, plus that race will be a little bit quicker, so whatever it is, we should get it in before 10:30. Bad for a Sunday night. After trying lap after lap for about 10 laps, Byron got around Alex Bowman that last lap in turns 1 and 2. Look at that heavy lap traffic in front of Harvick. Harvick trying to go 3 wide up the middle. Truex, Byron, Schneider all closing in. Truex caught. Oh, big check up into the quad oval. Tri-oval, rather. Dog leg. Will contact all over the place now. Schneider got sandwiched between Alex Bowman and Justin Haley. Schneider's in third. He got around both Byron and Truex that last lap. More contact with the 88 of Bowman. Truex, Byron side by side for 4. Schneider hangs on in front of him. Trying to get back around the 88. That's 48 of Johnson right there. His old boy Jimmy having a rough one. He's in 34th. 3 wide off of turn 2. Clear the 48. The 88 still up high.
Careful, still there. You're clear all around there. Inside. You got room. You're clear. You're clear.
Andretto still only a second behind Harvick. Closed in so quickly, and then it kind of got gapped out a little bit. Not as far as it was, though. Harvick did have about 2 seconds on him at one point. For the most part, we're still pretty early into this green flag run. From the stage break, at least. About 25 laps in.
Stay at the bottom here. All right, you're clear there. You got room. You're clear there.
What's this, Ruiz? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've gotten that question a lot, obviously, since the NASCAR 21 ignition trailer came out last week, but I'm not going to hype the game or hype the game up in any way right now. I will say I'm excited for it. Just, I mean, as I get excited for every new NASCAR game, it does look like there's a brighter future. But as far as this game being the first game on this engine, the Motorsport game rehaul, essentially, with it no longer really being the NASCAR Heat Series, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. We haven't seen gameplay of it yet. The only thing we know for a fact that are 100% enhanced would be the graphics. Once we get to see the gameplay, how the physics work, and even once I see the gameplay, until I physically have the game myself and test it out, I'm not going to have, you know, my full thoughts and opinions. But I am definitely optimistic. I will say that much.
Say hi, say hi.
I'm optimistic that this game will deliver.
You're clear there.
But I'm a pretty optimistic guy 9 times out of 10, so I mean, I was optimistic about NASCAR Heat 5 too, so we'll just have to wait and see. Caution is out with 89 laps to go. Harvick had about a 2-second lead over Schneider. Schneider was about 6.5 back. He started to fall back. Have you seen the possible achievement list? I heard about it. I have not actually seen it, no. I haven't looked like too much in depth with the game yet. Haven't had really much time to either. Looks like William Byron's going to try staying out. Schneider's going to pit with the rest of the leaders here. Still going to be short on fuel to the finish by about 4 to 5 laps from the time we go green. We should have about 86 laps to go when we go green. 3 sets of tires left for the 99 after this pit stop still, so still plenty good on tires. And Harvick again wins the race off pit row the 3rd time today. And he's been able to do that.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready?
He's flying back in the air.
Let's go. Inside, inside.
Trying to nail this restart on the outside, and he might actually get Harvick this time. He clears Harvick into turn 1. Harvick going to try a crossover to the outside. Not sure if that's going to work. Oh, it did. What a move by Kevin Harvick. It looked like Schneider had him beat just for a split second there on the restart. That's about as good as he could restart on the outside lane, though, especially on a flatter track like Phoenix. Hangs on to 2nd, which is already better than what he did on the last restart when he fell back to about 3rd or 4th. Bush driving it in deep. He's up to 3rd place. One to the outside on the 21 or the 99 that time. The 21 though, right behind him. On that outside lane, Truex down low. Schneider trying to use the apron through the dog leg to cut as much of the corner out as he can to stay in front of the 18 to Kyle Busch. Byron, I believe, is out of the race. I don't see him anywhere. I noticed he stayed out of the pits during that last caution. I don't know if he might have DNF'd and was the cause of the yellow or not. He definitely didn't restart up at the front after staying out, so I think William Byron's out of the race, which is the 2nd straight DNF for him. And unfortunately, unlike Austin Dillon, who was running poorly and then DNF'd and finished last, for Byron's sake, he was leading laps both tonight and at Richmond and DNF'd in both races. So that could be a very tough pill to swallow for that 24 team. They've got the speed in the race cars, they just don't get the finishes they deserve. Byron's fault or not, it's definitely a tough circumstance. Schneider just able to block the Benedetto off in the dog leg. Schneider's doing a great job holding on to 2nd place right now. Just a tremendous job. Harvick slowly getting away again. Harvick definitely, in my opinion, does have the fastest short run car. Definitely helps that he has restarted from the lead a few times as well, including the last 2 restarts. Pit stop or not, there were some lap cars that stayed out to try and get one of their laps back with the wave route. All the lead lap cars hit pit road. Everybody still has to pit one more time before the end of the race.
Outside. You got room, you're clear.
21 to 18 have been side by side this entire time. No lane changing either. Benedetto's been on the outside the whole time. Kyle Busch has been on the inside the whole time. Looks like Busch is going to finally clear De Benedetto off turn 4. Ryan Newman gets the run. He gets to the inside of De Benedetto into turn 1. Busch goes down the track to try and block Newman.
All right, you're clear.
21-6, still side by side into 3. See if they'll be side by side for a few laps in a row now, just like Busch and Benedetto were. Newman's charging hard. He might get to the inside of Kyle Busch into turn 1.
Hold your line.
Not
Got
quite.
one outside.
Schneider really trying to back the corner up and again beat Busch back to the gas. Not allowing Kyle to get alongside of him. Benedetto fighting hard again on the outside on Ryan Newman. Going behind all of these guys, battling behind Schneider for second. Harvick's out to over a 4-second lead already after the restart. Schneider slowly pulling away from Kyle Busch. At least it's harder for Kyle Busch to try and keep up the pace he was running after the restart. Benedetto hangs on to 4th. He is underneath Hamlin. It looks like he'll clear him in the dog leg before they get into turn 1. See if the 21 can charge back to the 18. He really fell back. He's no longer in the top 5 after Truex has passed him a couple laps ago as well. They battle back there for 5th. They're still pretty close to one another. A lot of traffic right around them. Definitely been a change of pace for the 99 team as far as the ovals go so far this season. No adjustment changes at all tonight. Pretty content with the race car. Maybe 19 stage points total. Plus that stage win in stage 2. But it is definitely fair to say that both Harvick and Schneider have been the two drivers to dominate the night. Harvick's probably led the most laps up to this point. I'll just see if Harvick can be the one to seal the deal. Laps are going to wind by quick here at Phoenix, but still 70 laps to go. It's a lot considering, again, we know that these guys are about 5 laps short on fuel. Schneider less than 3 seconds behind Harvick. He's closing a lot quicker into this run compared to the last couple. Remember, he was still 2 seconds off the lead from Harvick when we had that last caution. That was a good 30 to 35 laps into the fuel run. Went green with 85 laps to go. Currently have 66 to go, so we're only 19 to 20 laps into the run. And he has cut that lead down to about 2 seconds. And I'd almost say that there's been just as much lap traffic during this run, if not less than what there was last run, considering they just got into it a few laps ago. It seems like they're more spaced out this time around as well, at least at the back of the pack. They get desperate. He's going down to the apron. He sees Harvick within striking distance here. He's only about a second behind him all of a sudden. Eating away at the deficit, and fast.
Alright, you're clear there.
How low he went. Keselowski lying down on the apron into the dog leg. Inches from that inside wall. He might have a shot to get around him on the front stretch this time, maybe even before that. Going to use Joey Gase as a pick, and he clears Kevin Harvick over turn 4 for the lead. Thought it was going to be the next corner he was going to make the move, but Harvick caught Gase on corner entry, allowing Schneider to outbreak the 4. Schneider led that last lap at the line. Dark Crypto, welcome to the stream. Now Harvick will start to lose more and more ground as Schneider's car comes into him longer and longer into this run. And still a pit stop away from the finish and still 61 laps to go, but things are looking good once again for this Channel Racing 99 team. Top 5 on the upper left-hand corner of the screen once again here. Schneider leads, Harvick second, Kyle Busch third, Matt DiBenedetto fourth, Mark Truex Jr. fifth. 3-second lead between first and second, and about 10.5 seconds between first and fifth. I believe we have 8 drivers on the lead lap currently. Maybe 7 with William Byron DNFing. He was the one that brought out that last caution. Fortunately, he was in 6th place at the time. 8 laps earlier, definitely had a top 5 car, that's for certain.
You're all clear on the bottom there.
And they'll finish outside the top 35 for the second straight race.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
Good news is it's still very much early in the season. Still got a long ways before the playoffs. Thoughts have to be circling even early into the year, especially with it being a younger driver. Knowing that they did miss the playoffs last season, it's probably a shock to the team and starting off with faster cars, at least out of the gate this year, but still not getting good finishes to show for. It's just not been on their side, as well as Austin Dillon's team as well. Dillon also missed the playoffs last season. Now, he was nowhere near as close compared to Byron. Byron was actually the first driver who missed on points last season.
Careful, still there.
So we go 3 wide. Bubba Wallace, he was the last car in the lead lap in that 7th spot. Schneider clears him off turn 4. While we're trapped behind Keselowski as well, as he was side by side with Chase Elliott.
Still there.
Jeez. He can get off the 49 car.
Got room, you're clear there. Careful, still there. All right, you're clear. All right, you're clear. Got one up top. You got room, you're clear there.
Some green flag pit stops once. Caution came out in the middle of them. About halfway through stage 2 when that happened, and we have only had 3 cautions for incident this entire race. None in the final stage so far. 1 late in stage 1, 1 late in stage 2, 1 in the middle of stage 2.
Still there.
Only 3 cautions per incident.
Clear high, bud. All right, you're clear. Careful, still there. All right, you're clear. Hold your line, stay high. You got room, you're clear.
Way up high. He was giving himself a lot of clearance. He thought Kenseth was going to get underneath Carter and they were going to be 3 wide. Better safe than sorry, I guess, to be up there than to get squeezed into the wall off turn 2 if you would have ran tight on the 73. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Josh Malicki's been in the top 15 like all night long. He's having a solid run. No real outliers in the top 10 though, like we saw last night at Richmond when we had guys like Quinn Houff, Justin Haley finishing in the top 10 at the end of the race. Chastain was up there at the end of stage 2. Unfortunately, he fell, I think, back to 16th at the end of the race, unfortunately.
Still there. You got room, you're clear.
Drivers up there, though, that you wouldn't typically see.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there.
I guess Bubba Wallace in 7th place is having a solid run for RPM. He had a solid run last night at Richmond as well. It seems like the short track's doing well for Wallace early in the season.
Careful, still there. Clear low.
Second lead. Largest lead of the night for Schneider was about 23.5 seconds at one point when Byron was in second. I was back in stage 2 right before those green flag pit stops. Well, sophomore driver Christopher Bell in the 95. Having a good run to the top 10. He's in 8th. A couple laps down, but still looking like he might get a top 10 finish tonight. See Ryan Newman up here, he would be in 6th. He's the last car in the lead lap right now, so Schneider's going to lap him pretty quickly here. I know it only took him about 20 to 25 laps to get to the lead on this one, but Schneider has had times tonight where he has not gotten to the lead after about a 35-40 lap stretch. And I'm not saying we're going to get another caution, but if we do, the later that caution comes out, the more it's going to hurt Schneider unless he can have a quick pit stop, restart the lead, and hold those guys off. He did a great job at least staying inside the top 2 on that last restart, and that was despite restarting outside front row. That was a large part of why he caught Harvick earlier in the run. He didn't lose a lot of track position. Actually, he didn't lose any track position considering he, again, restarted second. He was second, or of course leading right now during this entire field so far. To go.
Still there. All right, you're clear. At the bottom. All right, you're clear.
Fifth place car, Martin Truex Jr. about to go lap down. Kyle Busch only 2 seconds ahead of Truex. The second ahead of Kyle Busch is Matt DiBenedetto. See him way up there. Still got about 5 seconds ahead of Matty D. So where Kevin Harvick's running about 18.5 seconds off the race lead. Boy, if we did get a late race yellow, though, Schneider's putting a lot of these guys a lap down, even more than what we would have had on the lead lap at that last restart. Definitely still going to hustle it. Benedetto on the outside. Kyle Busch has side-by-side lap traffic in front of him, and he's got nowhere to go. Here comes Schneider with a head of steam down the back straightaway, 3 wide, splitting the lap car of Johnson. Caution with 37 laps to go, our 4th yellow of the race. And that was right before Kyle Busch fell a lap down. Now, Schneider was underneath Busch, but by inches, Kyle Busch was on the lead lap at the time of the caution. So now we're going to have a restart with 13 laps, with 33 laps to go. We're going to have another restart. Schneider will have 2 sets of tires left after he pits here. Truex will get the free pass in 5th. He'll have to restart at the rear of the field. So the top 4, those front 2 rows, will be the only cars on the lead lap at the front of the field for this restart. And it looks like Schneider loses not 1 spot this time, but 2 spots on pit road. His pictures have been on their best game here tonight. Harvick will restart for the lead. DiBenedetto on the outside front row. Green flag back in the air at Phoenix. Will this be the final restart? 33 laps left. Trying to follow the 21's tracks as DiBenedetto moves low. Right behind Harvick, Schneider just couldn't get it done. Even Kyle Busch had a better restart on the outside of him. Busch is up to 3rd, Schneider back to 4th. Taking that deep dive. So get up to speed through the dog leg on the opening lap after the restart. Now everybody's plenty good on fuel and tires to the end.
Got one peeking outside. You got room. You're clear. Car there on the inside. Bottom clear. Keep it up now. That was your best lap ever.
That's Schneider's fastest lap of the race that last lap, a 26.183.
Got one down low.
Bowman trying to get underneath the 99 car now, and he's there. And Schneider had to lift off turn 2. That cost him a ton of time. Now we'll block the bottom and make sure he doesn't get passed by another car. 3 wide out of his rear view. Newman right now, the first car lap down. Tyler Reddick, Clint Boyer in that mix. Bowman in 8th place is 2 laps down. And catch those top 3 cars. Maybe we'll get 1 lap back. Who knows?
Car there on the outside. All right, clear outside.
It's supposed to show how hard it is to win NASCAR race. So Kevin Harvick has led the most laps tonight. Now we'll contact between the 8 and the 99.
Stay high up there.
Reddick down low. Schneider's going to be on the outside into turn 3.
Got one down low now. Hold your line. Got one inside.
Reddick gets around him.
You're clear.
Reddick's 3 laps down at 14. At least 3 laps down.
Got a car low now.
Oh, Boyer just stuffs it into turns 1 and 2. Schneider trying to side draft him down the back straightaway.
Outside now.
3 wide again behind him. They're going nuts back there. Poor Newman's been 3 wide on the outside the entire time whenever he is 3 wide.
Still there.
Schneider's lost a lot of time on this restart. Polar opposite of that last restart where he did about as good as he could, and that was even on the outside lane. This time he was on the inside at 3rd. He actually lost the spot to Kyle Busch, who had a better launch. Schneider gets back around Boyer, but Boyer's going to cross him over off of turn 4. Contact into the dog leg. A bit of contact is slowing the 99 car down as well. 3 wide. Bell goes underneath. Boyer got into the 99 car again. My goodness. Schneider underneath Bell. Bell gets a little loose. Schneider can't even stay underneath him off turn 4. 25 laps to go. These laps are clicking away pretty quickly here. Those leaders aren't really trading positions back and forth either, the top 3. They're all staying single file, so Schneider's not really closing in on them either. Gets around Bell into turns 3 and 4, all clear. Going down Reddick next. Go green to the end of the race. We do know those leaders are definitely almost got back underneath Schneider into 1 and 2 again, but we know that they are definitely going to catch lap traffic. We get another restart. Schneider's got 2 more sets of tires. It's going to depend on what the top 3 does, of course, as well.
Careful. Still there.
A little wide off the exit of turn 2. He tried to run the outside to get around Reddick there. Reddick lets it by on the inside through 3 and 4.
Still there inside. All right, you're clear there.
Schneider will still make the quicker pass on.
Still there inside. All right, you're clear.
He's trying his best to back these corners up. He could pull Reddick a few more car lengths. He will have a lot better job of doing it than what he has up to this point. pushing a little too hard off the exit of turn 2, much like he was at the very beginning of the day. A little wider than what he wanted again. 20 laps to go at Phoenix. 20 more miles. He's about 5 seconds off the lead. You're the achievement list for NASCAR 29. Have you seen the list? I am the list. Oh, Wallace makes another pass. He's up to 6th place. If I remember right, didn't he finish in the top 10 last night too? I thought he finished like 8th or 9th. If so, this might be back-to-back top 10s for Bubba Wallace. Leaders haven't hit lap traffic yet. They're getting close though. 16 more laps. Still about 5 seconds off the lead. Schneider's not really closing in at all. He's praying that those guys start to race each other a little bit more aggressively and that the lap traffic does as well if he's going to want a shot to come back and win this race off this 33-lap sprint to the checker from that last restart. 15 more laps as we run. Yeah, all the new tracks in the Cup Series are going to be in the next game. That they did announce already. For Bristol, Nashville, Dakota, Indy Road Course, of course. That was a patch with NASCAR Heat 5, but hopefully it'll be improved. Kyle Busch up to 2nd place. He passed Matt DiBenedetto through turns 1 and 2. Yeah, they're definitely caught lap traffic. That leads down to 3.5 seconds. It was 5 seconds. So Schneider has not hit that same lap traffic yet either. Checking that great of a spot either. Go on the outside off board. 12 laps to go at Phoenix. That's it. Benedetto tried to get back underneath Busch, but he caught Bobby Carter in a terrible spot. Harvick is slowly pulling away from Kyle Busch and Matt DiBenedetto. And it's still just over 3 seconds off the lead. Schneider's still got to get around Bowman too, and he's got a good fast car in 8th. Seems like he's had a near top 5 car, if not a top 5 car, since the final stage with the adjustments that 88 teams made here tonight. Schneider's made his way up to 4th. Still about 9.5 seconds back at 5th. He took the free pass under that last caution. Newman has battled back to 6th, getting around Bubba Wallace a couple laps ago. With a current free pass spot if we get another late race caution.
Careful, still there.
Still got some pretty heavy lap traffic in front of him. 9 to go. Busch starting to scoot away from DiBenedetto and slowly closing in on the 4 of Harvick. Schneider dives it. Didn't think he was going to have a chance to get around DiBenedetto for 3 and 4, but he does for third. 8 to go. He took it 3 wide with David Reagan on the outside. He actually got it to stick. Side-by-side lap traffic in front of Harvick, and here comes Kyle Busch. Busch trying to get his 2nd win of the season. Schneider trying to get his 4th. Harvick looking for his 1st, as well as DiBenedetto. Harvick has found his way on the outside now. Busch going to have to go up there. I'm sure Schneider's going to have to go up high as well. No, he's going to take it all the way to the bottom, and now we get a caution. 7 laps to go. Caution's out. Ryan Newman gets the free pass at 6th. Right as Schneider was about to make that dive bomb move into 1 to try and get around Kyle Busch for 2nd, the yellow waves for the 5th time tonight. And this is going to set up a restart with about 4 laps to go. Schneider going to hit pit road. He's got 2 sets of tires left. He's going to use it. It looks like he's going to be the only lead lap car to pit. Not sure who brought out the caution. Byron, Kurt Busch, and Austin Dillon were the 3 drivers who have DNF'd tonight up to this point. It looks like whoever brought that yellow out DNF'd as well. Not sure, again, who it is. But Schneider going to lose a couple spots here. He'll restart 5th. Luckily, not that many cars on the lead lap. He's not going to lose that many spots, so here we go. Green flag back in the air. 4 laps to go at Phoenix. 3 wide on the restart. And about 20 lap pressured tires. Schneider, dive bomb. And in turn 1, he gets into Harvick. He squeezes Harvick up the racetrack. Door open for DiBenedetto down low. He'll get to the inside of the 4, and the 99 has the lead into 3. DiBenedetto the 2nd. Does he have anything for Schneider? He's got older tires. Harvick got squeezed up the racetrack by the 99 car. Well, that dive bomb, aggressive move, and if you're going to be that aggressive, you better get the win. So Schneider is trying to scoot away. 2 to go. On the 20 lap pressured tires. It's going to be interesting to see how that lap traffic was going to deal, because he closed in on the leaders. He still had to get around him, though. Well, now with the 20 lap pressured tires, his job is a little easier. Side by side for 2nd, off of turn 2 and into turn 3. DiBenedetto with the block off the exit of 4. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go at Phoenix. Next flag ends the race, whether it's the yellow or the checkered. And Keegan Schneider is about to win his 4th race out of 5 to start the season. What a dream scenario. 9th career win for Keegan Schneider. And it comes at Phoenix, his 1st career win at the mile short track. What a night. What a season to start things off. What a bang on this final season of the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. "20 lap pressure tires is the difference in scooting away, but he definitely didn't want to waste any time at all. And went for it all in turn 1. DiBenedetto did barely hang on for second on Kevin Harvick. Harvick finished third, Kyle Busch fourth, and Martin Truex Jr. rounded out the top five. Brian Newman sixth, Bubba Wallace with a great run in seventh. Back-to-back top tens for him. Alex Bowman eighth, Christopher Bell ninth, and Clint Boyer, the pole sitter, rounds out the top 10. 5 cautions tonight for incident. Again, top 6 finish on the lead lap. And I believe we have 4 DNFs there late. John Hunter Nemechek had DNF, bringing out that last caution with a few laps to go, with 7 laps to go exactly in the race. Byron DNF'd earlier in the final stage. Kurt Busch and Austin Dillon also DNF'd earlier in the race. There we go. And there is a look at the regular season point standings. Only 5 races in, but with the 6 stage wins and the 4 race wins, Schneider's racking up the playoff points early, and he already has a 99-point lead on Kyle Busch in the regular season standings. Still a long ways to go. We got 3 more super speedways before the playoffs. I think 5 more road courses before the playoffs. So a lot of wild card races in there. And the next race is going to be a wild card race as well, where we go to the Indianapolis Road Course on the channel tomorrow night for race number 6 of the season. Should have a fast car. The AI are not good there, so it likely should be our best track on this final season of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode, with, again, the AI not going to be performing well. So if we keep the car clean, we could honestly easily win 5 out of 6 races. I mean, that's just insane. We'll see. We'll see. Every 5 playoff points with each win matters so much, as well as those stage wins. Schneider missed by 1 point last year, and he's not got as many stage points as what he did last season, but for being 5 races in, he is definitely on his way to likely getting more. He had 5 race wins last year on 7 stage wins, and in the first 5 races, he got 4 race wins on 6 stage wins. And he's leading the regular season point standings, which would be an additional 15 playoff points. Granted, he's still got 21 races to hold off there. We'll see what Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, those other guys that you see in the top 10, and maybe even outside the top 10 trying to make a push. But again, still being early in the year. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Not sure what time that stream is going to start tomorrow night with me going to the NASCAR Cup Series race at Michigan tomorrow. It's just going to be whenever I can get home. We'll get the stream underway. With sleeping in my own bed tomorrow night and tonight, I don't have to pack anything, so as soon as I get home, I can start the stream right up after I qualify and probably practice a little bit. So I would say anywhere between 8 and 9 o'clock will be the start time for that one. So be on the lookout, hit that bell notification button, and again, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Predictions video in the morning. No live stream with it, but it will be out in the morning. And catch you tomorrow. It'll be a fun day. Enjoy the race, everybody.